Welcome back to Carolina's Market Update. At this time of year, I try to best predict what's ahead for Carolina's real estate. After 50 years in the real estate business, I must admit that this year's forecast presents more of a challenge than most. The market dynamics continue to shift. However, residential real estate is very local and varies by market throughout the Carolinas. Let's break it down into bites. Interest rates, supply and demand, appreciation, recession, affordability. First, the elephant, interest rates. In late 2022, the Federal Reserve took a dramatic step to curb inflation, which resulted in an increase in the mortgage rate to more than 7%. We are in an interest rate lock environment. Currently, 64% of homeowners have an interest rate below 4, and 32% have a rate below 3. Any decision to move will mean giving up a low rate that may never repeat. And while 7% is the historical average rate since World War II, it is going to take some time for us all to get used to it again. I believe that we'll see a slight rate drop in Q2 of 23 to maybe 5 to 6%, but that's about as low as we'll go next year. Rates have already receded from their high, and they could drop back to that 5 to 6. That will likely become the new norm in 23. Sellers and buyers have turned to paying to buy down rates at the closing table, and buyers will potentially refinance those loans at a lower rate when and if rates fall further. The lack of supply of available homes will continue to result in a seller's market for 2023. Inventory of existing homes may increase a bit, but the lack of new construction, demand from in-migration of families and companies coming to the Carolinas, and the number of sellers aging in place will keep appreciation rates much higher than the historical norm of 3.8% per year. In 2022, we saw an average appreciation of 13 to 15% in our marketplaces. In 2023, expect that to drop to about maybe 8 to 10%, which still remains historically high. It is important to note that homes are not depreciating, as you might read. They're just not appreciating as fast as 2020 and 21. Sellers must understand that they will still get a good price, but not the price their neighbor achieved during those two outlier years. In 2023, homes will remain on the market longer, but still way below the historic average of 90 to 120 days. And no surprise, there is always demand for well-maintained homes priced fairly. Are we in a recession? Yes, housing-wise, across the country. But it will be short-lived and moderate in the Carolinas. We have been somewhat insulated because of the lack of housing supply and the continued in-migration demands. In a recession, housing is one of the first sectors to slow and one of the first to rebound. The recession will be a recession with a small r, a short-term drop before we will level out, not the recession with a capital R like the 4-year downturn the world experienced in 2007. Market and economic issues are providing significant challenges for the first-time buyer. Affordability is, will continue to be an issue. With homes priced less than $150,000 almost non-existent, only 25% of the homes sold in 2022 were priced under $300,000. In our largest markets, Charlotte and Raleigh, median home prices increased from $273,500 in January 20 to $420,000 in September 22. Home prices plus rising interest rates are keeping first home buyers in the rental market much longer. With salaries not keeping pace with home appreciation, younger buyers are increasingly relying on family to help with down payment assistance or as co-signers. Let's talk about the investor market. Yes, it will decrease in 23. Institutional buyers hoping to turn a quick profit by flipping homes will see a significant decrease. However, investors looking for a return in the form of rental income will continue to buy as the cap rates remain very, very favorable. In 2023, expect to see a housing market normalization. The market has been spoiled with nearly perfect conditions of low rates and amazing appreciation in recent years. In the Carolinas, the dream of homeownership might look a little different, but remains strong. For 65 years, Alan Tate has been helping clients navigate the homeownership journey. In 2023, we're here to help you make your next move all that you hoped it would be. Feel at home with Alan Tate Realtors.
We are home.